welcome back to Life in Pictures podcast. I bet you thought we had gone away forever, but nay, we have returned.
It's been a little while. We've been busy doing other things like watching more movies and working and stuff, boring stuff like that.
Yeah, grown-up stuff.
But we decided we should probably record another episode of this before the 3 people that have listened to it so far forget about it.
So long story short, we typically do a family movie night once a week if we can with our children. And they had been asking us for a while to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2. They had already seen it and they wanted us to watch it as well. So we've decided that this week we're going to have 2 very special guests assist us as we do our podcast.
Yes, and they're very excited as well. So, you can look forward to that. Moving on with our normal setup for this show, we'll tell you where you can watch it.
Yes.
So, you can... you know what? I'm not even really sure if you... I would assume you could also buy this if you want to. But I can tell you for 100% sure, you can stream it on Paramount Plus if you are a Paramount Plus member. And if you're not a Paramount Plus member, if you use the promo code NACHOS, you can be a Paramount Plus member for 1 month for free. And they didn't even pay me to tell you that.
So, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released April 8th, 2022. First, it was released in theaters. Then it went to Paramount Plus on digital on May 24th. So, about a month in theaters before it was available to stream.
Oh, you know what? I actually wrote this down, and I didn't look far enough in my notes here. But I actually did do that research. You can also watch it on Amazon Prime, and you can rent it for $5.99 on basically every other place you can rent movies online. So there's me from 2 minutes into the future here can answer past me's question on if you can buy it or where else you can watch it. There you go.
Also, readers are leaders.
Yes.
They are. It's true. Read. Read.
I would like to point out I read and wrote that. So it wasn't a problem of not being able to read. It's just I didn't do it.
Yeah, you literally wrote it.
I know.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, without further ado, why don't we bring in our
We're going to go get
co-hosts.
Our special guests who have not been told they're going to be part of this episode yet. So, hang on just a minute and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. And we've got 2 very special guests with us.
Yes, say hello to Colin.
Hi.
And Olivia.
Hi.
So this is a movies podcast, so we must ask the question, Olivia, what is your favorite movie?
Encanto, because I really like the songs, and if you haven't seen Encanto, it's a really great movie.
Awesome. Colin, what's your favorite movie?
Probably episode 3 of Star Wars.
Can you tell us why?
The reason why I like episode 3 of Star Wars is because it has a character that the fans have grown on a lot over the course of the 3 movies that this is set in. But then it's like coming to an end because he's turning evil, and the way that they turn him evil is really climax, and I really like the way that they put it to an end, but like with the general fighting style of Star Wars, but it's such a bigger deal than like all the other movies normally are. So that's
Wow. That's a very philosophical assessment of Star Wars Episode 3. Thank you for sharing. So, we have you here today because we're going to have you guys help us out as we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Did you like that movie?
Yes, but I do feel like it could be better.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
I really like that movie because it has like all these crazy details, and then Super Sonic comes along, and it's just a really great movie.
All right, so here's one thing that you guys haven't been on the show before, but we always have to say this before every episode. They're spoilers. We have spoilers in this episode.
Spoiler alert!
So if you have not seen this movie and you want to see it and you don't want it to be spoiled, go watch the movie before you listen to this.
Yeah.
Livy did kind of already spoil it. That's why I thought that was a good segue into that announcement. However, luckily, most of the people that listen to the show are aware with a format that we have that there will be spoilers. So hopefully that wasn't too big of a spoiler for anyone. That being said, let's just go ahead and segue in to the summary of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So, this movie begins with Dr. Eggman, and he's trapped on the mushroom planet, desperate to trying to find a way out. The planet is then visited by aliens, I guess? Is that what it was?
I would say so. They don't really uncover who visits the mushroom planet other than what Knuckles is.
So they find a they get there through a portal, which Eggman attempts to use the portal to escape, but before he can escape, he encounters Knuckles, and decides maybe he shouldn't go up against Knuckles. Well, eventually he joins forces with Knuckles, and then they escape together. Or, I guess Knuckles wasn't really escaping, he was just going back, but they leave the planet together. So while that's going on, Sonic is, embracing his life as a hero in Green Hills, and he even travels to Seattle, where he saves a city from bank robbers. Tom, on the other hand, is not too keen on Sonic traveling to other cities to fight crime. Tom and Maddie then travel to Hawaii for Rachel's wedding via a ring that Sonic gave them that basically allows them to go through a portal and straight to the beach on Hawaii, which I think was pretty cool. I wish that I had that in real life.
I agree.
That'd be a really cool thing to have.
We could go anywhere.
You go anywhere for free. You don't have to, no airlines, no checked bags, no nothing. You just
If you had a Sonic portal, where would you go?
Venice. I'd go to Venice, Italy, because my sister would want to go to Hawaii. She's always talking about how she wants to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, because I think I really want to see Hawaii. I've never been there, and I've never been on an airplane. Go on airplanes.
So that's where you would go if you had a portal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably do that too.
Yeah, attention hotels and airlines and stuff in Hawaii. I have a phone and internet access, so apparently that allows people to do things for free. So if you feel like letting me go for free because of the fact that I have a phone and internet access, like all these other influencers, then feel free to, hook it up with a trip.
We'll make a YouTube video for you.
We have a phone and internet access, so that's cool, right? That's way different than literally everyone else.
I also have a phone and internet access.
See? Right there. Boom.
Well, I don't.
Wow.
You have a phone, just
And
not
you have internet access, too. You're on the Wi-Fi.
True, but
Boom.
it's not free.
All right, back to the summary.
So they go to Hawaii for this wedding. Rachel's marrying... I don't remember this dude's name, but I know his face. He was on Criminal Minds. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh.
What's his name? Randall?
Yeah.
His name's Randall. His character's name is Randall. I forget this guy's. You'll know him if you see him. Anyway, that's just a side note. He's the guy from Criminal Minds. He's a detective on Criminal Minds.
I'm drawing a blank on his name, but
something.
he's like the dreamboat guy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the guy. So they go to Hawaii for this wedding. Sonic has a bit of a risky business moment where he's kind of living it up by himself in their house until the party gets rudely interrupted by Eggman, who brought a special guest with him, Knuckles, looking for the Master Emerald.
Ooh.
So that wasn't too fun for Sonic there.
Yeah.
A fight ensues, and then what happens?
Who saved Sonic? Tell us.
Okay. So, a mysterious cop car with seems like no one inside it hits Knuckles, and Knuckles slams into their wooden shed, Tom's wooden shed, and it falls on him, and he's like, oof. But then Sonic is like, who just did that? And then Tails comes out of the car and saves Sonic.
Tails!
What?
Just like the end of Sonic 1.
Tails!
Tails has arrived.
Let's go.
So,
Sonic and Tails find themselves in a race with Eggman and Knuckles to find the Master Emerald. Eggman and Knuckles find it first, but Knuckles soon realizes Eggman isn't what he seems. So he joins forces with...
Sonic!
And...
Tails.
Sonic and Tails!
Woo!
So together they fight Eggman, who has now begun to use the Master Emerald to conquer the Earth!
Conquer!
They defeat Eggman, and Sonic becomes Super Sonic from having all of the Chaos Emeralds. Earth is safe again. La-di-da-di-da.
Now, here's what's really cool. In the post-credit scene, what do they show in the post? Colin is really excited about this.
I'm really excited about this because my favorite character of all of the Sonic franchises is in this post-credit scene, and that character is Shadow.
Shadow the Hedgehog!
I have him in my game, but he's like dressed up as a knight in the skater.
That's really cool. Now, I was excited about that too. And the reason I was excited about it is the reason that I was just excited about this movie in the first place is because I've played Sonic the Hedgehog games since the early 90s. And it was really cool to see them come to life on the screen. Shadow the Hedgehog, as you may or may not be familiar, is the star of his own game on the original Xbox, and I believe on PlayStation 2, and maybe it was only PlayStation 2 as well. But that was really cool to see him in the post-credits scene.
I have a fact about Shadow.
Okay.
So, Shadow's first appearance in the games was not actually in his own game. His first appearance was in Sonic Adventure 2 alongside Rouge the Bat.
And what platform is Sonic Adventure 2 on?
Sega Dreamcast.
The Dreamcast!
Lots of things about video games you never knew you needed to know.
I really thought that it would have been really cool if they would have had the intro to the movie where they come on and go, Sega! But it didn't happen.
It kind of happened.
It kind of happened.
It's like a chorus.
It's like the notes, but it's not the same thing.
No, it's just like faint. I do hear people saying Sega.
They should have just had the actual thing like from the game, I thought. But
where like a digital Sonic runs around and says Sega.
Yeah, that would have been neat, but whatever, it's okay.
So a little background information. The film was actually greenlit based off the success of the first film, which was released in 2020. It had a $90 million budget, and it grossed $404 million worldwide.
Sounds pretty successful to me.
Stars James Marsden as Tom, Tika Sumpter as Maddie, Jim Carrey returns as Eggman, but my understanding is he's now retired.
I think he's made comments to that effect, but I mean, you know how that goes. It's like, this is totally my last one for real this time.
Idris Elba plays Knuckles, Colleen O'Shaughnessy plays Tails, and Ben Schwartz plays Sonic.
Yeah, so that's the cast. Not really a whole lot to say about the making of this film. I mean, it was basically like they made the first one. A lot of people weren't really sure how well that was going to go over. I know there was some controversy with the first one when they initially released the trailer. That people thought, oh my god, that hedgehog looks terrible. What are they doing? People complained loudly about it online. And they actually listened and redesigned Sonic. And the movie was kind of a hit. So based off of that momentum, clearly they were like, well, as any movie franchise does, when you have a success, you want to build off of it. And so that's basically how we got Sonic 2. And we saw it. So Colin has something he wants to say.
There are theories that I personally don't believe that they made that Sonic looking stupid on purpose so they would get like feedback on it.
That's possible. I mean,
like maybe it was just a draft Sonic in the trailer.
Yeah,
To
It
know
wasn't,
which
like-
way to go with the final one.
Yeah, like
That makes
there are
sense.
theories that I still don't believe that, like there was one that was the one we have, and there was one that was that one, and then people were like, definitely go with the other one.
Yeah. Olivia?
I thought the Sonic in the first movie looked fine. I don't know why they redesigned it.
No, it wasn't the one in the movie was the one after they redesigned it. The one in the preview for the movie originally.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember he looked like this.
Oh yeah.
I think they actually had that ugly one in the first movie, didn't they? Like it was like Ugly Sonic or something.
Yeah.
Well, they did have it at like a conference for Sega before the movie released, like 2 months before it released, and they had like a showing of it.
Oh, they had Ugly Sonic in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
That's what I
Remember
was
at the
gonna say.
con?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I really
That
like.
was
like-
another really good movie that maybe
I
we
really
all have
like
to...
that. I really like that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we have to talk about that one together.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I was wanting to do that as well.
Interesting fact, Colleen O'Shaughnessy actually voiced Tails in the video games as well.
I'm pretty sure she's the only one that has voiced a character in the movies and the game.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So, Knuckles is an echidna, which is actually a real animal, just like a hedgehog is. Which I did not know that prior to.
Neither
seeing
did
this
I.
movie.
I thought that echidnas were made up for Sonic, but no, that's not the case.
Oh,
It's a really great movie.
okay. In the baseball game at the end of the movie, music from the movie The Natural plays as Knuckles hits a home run through the scoreboard.
Now, as we were watching this, I pointed that out because I actually watched The Natural with my dad when I was a kid. And it's this movie about Robert Redford is this baseball player. He makes a bat out of a tree that got struck by lightning in a rainstorm. And he's, becomes the best baseball player ever. And there's this iconic scene in there where he hits a home run and it goes, I think it might also go through the scoreboard. It goes in a light or something. It shatters everywhere. And it plays that song. And the reference is kind of subtle. Like if you didn't know the song or whatever, you might not realize that's what they're referencing. But I thought that was pretty cool, and I pointed that out as it happened in the movie.
Mm-hmm. So, Travis, what's your favorite scene?
Well, I had a few favorite scenes in this movie. I did still. I mean, this was a continuation from the first one, but I liked how the name of the town was Green Hills. If you're any familiar with Sonic at all, the beginning of the Genesis game, it's called Green Hill Zone. So that was kind of cool. I liked when Eggman made that big robot. They played Pantera's Walk. And I don't, if you know me, you know I like Pantera, and specifically that song and the album that song is on is probably my favorite album by them, and that's a really good song. I thought that was cool that they put that in there. Something else that I really liked was I liked, just like they had Green Hills, I really liked how they incorporated things from the game into the movie. So one of the scenes, they were underwater and Sonic had to grab an air bubble to survive, just like you have to do in the video game, which was pretty cool. So those were my favorites. Who else has favorites here? Let's
Olivia?
So I think when he grabs the air bubble and then he holds his breath and he's pointing 1, 2, 3 and then they lift it. I feel like that is gonna be my favorite part. That's my favorite part.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you have any questions about the movie?
Yes, I feel like if Shadow is there, then when are they gonna find Amy?
It's a good question. Maybe they'll bring Amy in the third one too.
Because you never know, because Knuckles wasn't in the trailers, but he came, so...
Yeah.
Could be a nice surprise.
Yeah. Colin, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is still probably the post-credit scene where Shadow comes out of the ground in the test tube.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact about what you were talking about, Dad, about the Eggman robot. I actually know what that robot's called.
What's it called?
It's called the Death Egg robot.
Okay.
And I do have a question about this movie.
All right.
I was wondering, that's actually what I was talking about before when Knuckles wasn't in the trailers, but he came. That's what I was wondering. Like, I wonder why they didn't, like, say, because there was all this, like, you know, admiration for Tails, and, like, everybody was getting, like, hyper about it, and they were like, oh my god, it's Tails! But, like, they never told us that Knuckles was gonna come, and he just came. It's like, thanks.
Yeah, that was really cool to see Knuckles show up.
Olivia?
So I have a question about the Death Egg. So, like, if he has the Chaos Emerald, then like, how does someone lose the Chaos Emerald? Because it, like, goes inside your body. So how do you lose
Well, the reason Eggman lost it is because Knuckles fought him for it. But the reason it came out is because Knuckles has, like, I don't know how much power he has, but, like, with a simple handshake, he breaks someone's hand. So I feel like if you punched him as hard as you can in the stomach with the Master Emerald, it would fall out at you.
His knuckles are very strong.
Yeah, he has, like...
Get it, knuckles?
Yeah. Like, so his knuckles are, like, 1,000,000, like, strongness. So it would just be, like... Yeet.
I feel like Knuckles was kind of the same in this movie as he is in the games. Like, I feel like when he first showed up in the games, he was kind of like a bad guy, and eventually they joined forces and fought together. I don't know. I really enjoy this movie because, like I said, I've been playing these Sonic games for a long time, and it's interesting to see where it's like it went from Dr. Robotnik at first to Dr. Eggman, and just to think that, like, this is something that's been around since I think the first one came out in 1991. And all the way up through today.
So
and
maybe some of y'all weren't even alive.
Yeah, I mean, 1991.
My
I would've
sister
been
was
7.
not. She wasn't not even born yet.
So to think there's like something that a video game that started out when I was 7 years old, and now it's I've showed the games to. I've grown up and had kids of my own, showed them the games, and now watched 2 movies based off of this game with them. Mm-hmm. Like, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Colin, do you have something you want to say?
So what Livy was saying earlier about, like, oh, Shadow's here, but where's Amy, kind of thing. So there are theories that Amy will come in Sonic 3. Speaking of Sonic 3, there's 2 things I want to say about it. So they released the release date for when it will come out, which is December 24th, aka Christmas Eve of 2024.
Okay.
But there are also theories that not only Amy and Shadow are going to come, but also Metal Sonic might come.
Oh.
Ooh. So that I think when like Shadow appears, like, where are the other characters? Like, there's other characters. So are they gonna make other movies, or are they just gonna be like, nope, this is all we're showing?
It kind of depends. I guess they got to see how this one does,
If they make enough money, they'll keep making movies.
That's the rule. If they make enough money, they'll make another one.
Like Fast and Furious, there's 9.
There's going to be a 10th one.
And Transformers, there's like 14 of them.
Yep.
Well, I just want to say a big thank you to our special guests, Colin and Olivia, today. You have been so much fun, and I really enjoyed getting to record this podcast with you. I didn't love this movie. It's not really my thing.
Stephanie's the counterpoint this week. She didn't want to watch Sonic.
Yeah. But being able to talk about it with Colin and Olivia has been really fun.
Yep.
So,
do you guys have a favorite Sonic video game?
I know. So I would say that I have a favorite Sonic movie and a favorite Sonic game. So my favorite Sonic game is what's it called again? Sonic Colors?
Sonic Colors, yes. We just started playing that on the Switch this weekend.
Yep, and I also like Sonic 2 because like I like how three of the characters are in the movie. I want to say like 4 of the characters because like at the end like Shadow appears like I must destroy Sonic.
Yeah. What about you, Colin?
I don't really have a favorite Sonic video game because I feel like I haven't played enough of them. I don't know if you mean just like the Sonic franchise, but I do have a favorite game as I'm saying that's like related to the Sonic franchise, but it's not like about Sonic.
Okay.
It's the Shadow game.
Shadow the
Because,
Hedgehog.
as I was saying earlier, I really like Shadow.
Is Shadow a bad guy?
For most of the game he appears in, but then he kind of becomes like, I'm only evil if I really have to be.
Oh, so here's something notorious about our son Colin that you need to know. Since he was, I don't know, like 2, he has always liked the villains. Like he's Darth Vader and Stormtroopers and like.
To be fair, there's like an entire community where their favorite person is
Yeah,
Darth
that's
Vader.
fine. That's
Like,
fine.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad.
I think Shadow is more misunderstood than an actual bad guy.
Okay.
Kind of like Knuckles. How Knuckles was like bad at first, but you know.
Olivia?
So I think like Shadow is misunderstood.
That's
in,
an
like-
astute observation. That's good job.
And I also think that like if they make a new movie, then I feel like Shadow would be misunderstood because like he's just like a character. He's done nothing to you yet.
That's right.
He's done nothing to you yet.
I feel that way too. It's almost like I just said that or something.
Okay. So with that,
Oh, we have another.
Okay, I
Contribution.
promise this is the last thing.
It doesn't have to be the last one. We can go as long as we want. We ain't on a network. We can do whatever we want here.
Okay, well, assuming we're going to end soon, this is my last one. So, oh, there is you know how there's like Supersonic and
Yeah.
things like that? There is a Super Shadow, so I think that in Sonic 3, that they might gather the Chaos Emeralds again, and then instead of Sonic is gonna try to get to be Supersonic again, but then something's gonna happen with Shadow, and then he's gonna be Super Shadow because that is a thing. Super Sonic is like golden and his hair is rising. Shadow's hair is also rising, but he's white and his quills are red.
Yeah. Okay.
okay. So that's a prediction that Colin has made. Yes.
So I feel like our family is like characters of Sonic. Like I would say like I'm Amy and then he's Shadow and then
Who's Shadow?
Colin.
Okay.
And then I would say that Colin, what's the name of the little green parrot in the game?
Jet the Hawk.
Yeah, I would say that Dad's Jet the Hawk and the.
Do you even know
I'm Jet the Hawk.
Do you even know what Jet the Hawk is?
You don't even know the name of the person that I'm.
Do you even know what do you even know what Jet the Hawk is like described as? He's the guy in Dad. Remember when we played Sonic?
I didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
So you know that like green hawk dude? That's Jet. He's the one that's like, I want to win. I'm a winner. Everybody who beats me sucks.
Oh, okay.
That sounds familiar. I know someone else that likes like that.
That's not a word we use. What about Mommy?
Um,
Mommy's just chopped liver.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna change mine to Supersonic, and you're gonna be
You can't.
Amy.
Okay. Okay. Well.
Well, on that note, Sonic 2 was a really good movie. Hopefully you have already seen the first one. If you haven't, you should probably watch that first. And yeah, that's about it. So enjoy that. And see the first one first, then see the second one on Paramount Plus or Amazon Prime or rent it for $5.99, or buy it if you want to. And we're not really sure what we're going to talk about next week, as per usual.
Yes.
But or if it's even going to be next week, as we have evidence with this episode. But we will find a great movie to discuss.
Yes.
And till next time, you can find us on social media if you want to suggest a movie for us to watch. On Facebook and YouTube, we're Life in Pictures Podcast. On Twitter, we're at Life in Pics Pod. On Instagram, we're also at Life in Pics Pod. And if you're the type of person who doesn't do social media but you have suggestions, you can email us at lifeinpicturespodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. So
Have a great day.
All right. So until next time, thanks for listening to our podcast, and we hope you've enjoyed the show.